from the state government to do a ceasefire, which the central government obliged. There were forces outside the hands of the central government who compelled the central government to react in this fashion. And if you have known, the policy of BJP is very clear. It's nation first, then the party, and then the individual. So here the call of, when the state government requested to extend the ceasefire, I think that was the bone of contention, where the central government thought that, BJP thought that he should part ways from PDP. If you ask me, did it really help putting the coalition government there? Yes. The figures, if you see, 2004, we had lost 325 security forces there. And in 2017, there were only 83. Deaths are condemnable. We cannot compare deaths. But if you see, the numbers have come down tremendously. Whereas if you see the number of terrorists been knocked down in 2017 has gone up to 218. So if you see the casualties ratio, the security forces had a total advantage in the era of PDP and BJP here. And the developmental agenda, in the last 60-65 years, Kashmir never saw development. But in the era of Modi ji, it has seen development. You see the two tunnels which were made there, which are the last mile connectivity, which are the all-weather roads, and that is going to bring the development for the next decades, which are going to see. Let me mention two tunnels. Zozira tunnel, which is 6,800 crore rupees. Another tunnel, which is the Chennai-Noshari tunnel, which is almost around 9-kilometer tunnel. And these tunnels are the path-breaking infrastructure project which happened in Kashmir. So I can go on listing these kind of projects which have been done in the last 2.5 years. So if you see 2.5 year confidence building measures, pumping in capital, doing infrastructure projects, doing fundamental changes there, so that the life of the brethren there, my own citizens there, improve. There are opportunities which should go up. One more thing I would like to mention before I take it to the political angle. The reduction of interest for the females there for borrowing a loan for businesses has come down. The stamp duty was waived off for female folks when they buy land for businesses. Now these all were projects which were there intended to increase self-entrepreneurship there, to increase capital investment there. Now these are all positive things, I think probably. Somebody somewhere did not want this to go on, and they were an unholy act of killing security forces, unarmed security forces who were returning home in the holy period of Ramzan. Probably no devil would do this kind of act, and that was done there, and that is the call. So where you have difference of opinion, you try to cover it up with developmental agenda, and I would like to congratulate Modi ji for that. Kashmir is not only about the valley which is there in Srinagar, but it is also about Leh, Ladakh, the Jammu, the other regions. Unfortunately, the previous governments reduced the entire JNK as to the issue of only valley there. If you see the CAG report of 2015, it talks about over expenses, exceeded expenses, expenses for not declared reasons. That was the main reason of unrest in the entire Jammu and Kashmir. No development was done there. Youths did not have any job to be done there. They were not able to transport from one place to another places because there was no road connectivity at all. This all-weather roads will connect them. If you see, there was no ring road in Jammu, neither in Srinagar. So this 3,383 crore rupees which was spent on the highways, the two ring roads which have been built in the Jammu region, also in the Srinagar region, which will help connectivity. Now, will not this increase the employability there? It will also increase chances of being aligned with us there. I will also like to give one example. The condensed container transportation on the railway, that's a game changer of bringing apples to the mainland. Now that was never conceived in the last 65 years. Congress was just trying to appease the people. 24,000 crore rupees been given by Manmohan Singh ji as a package, whereas against that 80,000 crore rupees been pumped by Mr. Modi in the last 3 years. Now that shows the commitment which was there in Kashmir. Now if you see all the agricultural produce which has gone up, 8.3% increase in agricultural produce. My dear Aadil ji, you were growing insurgency. I would like to reiterate the three words which Prime Minister Modi said in 2015, Kashmiriyat, Jamhuriyat and Insaniyat. And probably under this, the democratic process evolved there. There were talks which were best in the last 30 years which happened there. Insaniyat, I will give you one microscopic example which will tell you how development was taken to the houses of Kashmiris. Females are worst affected in open defecation. 8,000 toilets been built in one district to stop open defecation. You can understand, one side there is climatic condition which is sub-degree, another there were terrorism. The females were impacted, and that is a commendable work with the Swachh Bharat mission which was there. 3.7 lakh gas connections been given to BPL. Now this BPL originated because of the false policies of the earlier government, which were the failed policies. Now here what will Mr. Aadil talk about when I talk about 330 megawatt project which was done in Krishna Ganga hydel project, which is not less than 6,000 crore rupees. Now this power project will give electricity to the entire valley. It will also control the water which is flowing to the other side, and that was the bone of contention between India and Pakistan. Now, this could have been done in 50 years back. They have not done that. 1987, when the pot was boiling, they did not do that. They pumped money on the other side. Probably it is the failed policies of Congress, and I'm very sorry to say one thing. Adil ji, probably a president may not be even knowing Kashmir is on the north side of India. I don't know whether he's aware of that, because